Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm Alan, your host, with some horse racing news, tracks to watch for today, Friday, December 27th, 2024. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, were enjoyable, off to a great start if it's Hanukkah. And we got some excellent racing here on this Friday. The horse racing, it has been kind of slow as usual in December, although there has been some terrific races and some racing, but now it begins to really pick up again at the end of the month. Now we have the different tracks opening. Santa Anita kicked off its classic meet in grand fashion. And we have Aqueduct coming back today. Gulfstream, tremendous with its meet, championship meet. So we're going to talk about some tracks today, and we'll get to that. But first, coffee. Excellent. Aloha coffee. It is a Hawaiian coffee. I'm drinking it black today for the full effect. A dark roast, very strong. And also a robust flavor. Tremendous. Aloha coffee. Look it up. It looks excellent. So it is excellent. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the races today, some of the tracks to watch on this Friday. If you're new to the show, or I am All Horse Racing All the Time. I present live streams, selection shows. I'm a professional horse racing analyst, and I cover multiple tracks per day. And if you want to see the selections, we've had some tremendous hits. When I put these selections out there, keep an eye on those, because for me as a pro, these selections, whenever I make them in these streams, they represent a virtual portfolio, if you will, because you could look back and you could see everything I have. All my selections have been documented. A portfolio, resume, you have it. So I'm on my top of my game and putting my selections out there. The work goes into every single track. And I want to talk about Gulfstream for a second, because that is one of the tracks I covered yesterday. You could see the selections there. But yesterday at Gulfstream, which I'm finishing handicapping now, it's one of the tracks I'll be covering today and talking about today. I want to talk about yesterday's selections, Gulfstream, real quick. Give you a snapshot of that, and I'm going to bring it up right here, because if you see my selections out there, we finished the day at Gulfstream with the late pick 3, which fireworks went off over there with yesterday's picks. So we connected on the exacta in the eighth race. Okay, so they had some excellent racing over at Gulfstream yesterday, and we had the 660 winner. The exacta for $1 was 830. Okay, fine. So that's nice. But let's talk about what happened in the next two races, the finales, to close out the card at Gulfstream. We followed that up with the selections yesterday with the trifecta in the 9th race. And what makes that special is we had the 70-80 winner, and we had the second place horse, Entrepreneurship. And then we had the third, we had the 724 within the selections. And we'll talk about the prices for a second. You could see it. I have after I do all the handicapping and I put the notes together, I put together a sheet so I can go back and see how the selections do, and if I have to make any adjustments, etc. Circles are horses that finished in the money, and squares represent a pick, the winning horse. So here you see on my notes. Let me bring this away for a second. You can see on my notes, and Gulfstream is over here on the on this side. So we had the trifecta there, the 274, and we also had. So you can see, and these are other tracks. When you see the circles and squares, those are hits. So we were hitting all over the place, and that's nothing new. That's nothing new if you've been following along with my selections. So we nailed that down, right? So we nailed the trifecta down in the second race. So with the selections, listen to this. And then I'm going to get on to the other tracks. I just wanted to give you a snapshot here. The exacta for $1 paid 67.10. 67.10. The daily double for $1, the 9-7, the winner, my winner from the 8th race to the 9th, daily double paid $100.30 for a buck. And the 50-cent try, for you try players out there, we connected on that. The try for, where is it? Trifecta, 50 cent, 131.20. Okay, and it gets juicier. That's the 8th race. We got that done. The double, the exacta, the try, and again, the exacta in the 8th race, and the double. So then we move on to the 10th race, and the 10th race, we closed it off with the exacta, the trifecta, and the superfecta out of my 4 selections for that race. Usually I put 3. If it's a very contentious race, I'll add a 4th selection in there to keep an eye on. But most of the time I give 3. I gave 4 for this race, right? And we got the exacta, the try, the superfecta, the daily double, and the pick 3. So listen to these prices. The $1 exacta, $58.90. The 50-cent try, now 50-cent try with these, was $261.95. And the 10-cent super, I gave 4. They all came in right there. And the 10-cent super for this race was, where is that? $170.39. $179. What about the daily double, you ask? The daily double, to complete that, and then I'll tell you the pick 3 prices. The daily double returned $1 daily double, $254.20. We're all over it. $254.20. And a pick 3, we'll save the best for last. $1 pick 3, $585.50. So we're all over it. And as I said, the selections I give out, it represents a virtual portfolio for my work as a horse racing, pro horse racing analyst. So there's a lot I put a lot of work into every selection streams out there. And again, we'll go back. You could see some of my notes over here. And we hit things earlier in the card there too. You look at the left. We started the day with a couple of hits, exacta hits. We had a try hit in the 4th. We had an exacta in the 5th. The only racers we really didn't do any damage on at Gulfstream were the 6th and 7th, but all the others, all over it and closed like a train to get the job done there. So I'm excited about what I see at Gulfstream today. So we're going to have those selections out there again today. So keep an eye on that. But what other tracks are running today? Let's take a look at those. Okay. Let me bring up the others. So Gulfstream, huge day yesterday. So when I put these selections out there, I'm doing it for work as a pro analyst. It's my portfolio, my work portfolio. It's my resume for my work in the industry. So I'm not just out there having fun and doing shows and horsing around. This is business for me when I put these selections out there. It's important that I deliver the best information possible. So let me just bring up some of the other races today that we're looking at, and we'll wrap this up kind of quick. And we want to go to the entry, some of the tracks. What's going on at Gulfstream today? Since that's one of the ones I'm going to be working on. So keep an eye out for this stuff because I'm going to be releasing these selections for these tracks in a little later this morning. But what's going on at Gulfstream? At Gulfstream today, they get started, slight chance of showers there. They get started at 12:20 p.m., and they have 10 races. We have some quality races in here, some nice fields. Of course, they run on the turf, the tapeta, and the dirt. But we'll go down to some of the feature races. And again, we got the rolling exactas and rolling pick 3s. So I really love my main bread and butter plays are the multi-race plays. So, and as you see, we hit big try. $70 horse. Geez. That's a great way. It's like Christmas continues, right? When they come back, even though yesterday was the day after Christmas. And we're going to go here. We do have, so we got a nice card, 10 races over here with some nice fields. And I like what I'm seeing there. And those selections, I'm going to be releasing my Gulfstream selections a little bit later this morning. I'm putting the finishing touches on that. Some of the other tracks I'm going to be taking a look at today. We're going to go take a look at Santa Anita. We have some nice racing over at Santa Anita today. We have, they get started at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and they do have 9 races today. But what a way to kick off the card yesterday. And a lot of jockeys, good jockeys there racing there today. So, and of course, the big purses. You have Frankie Dettori there, Mike Smith, the staple. Flavien Prat is racing over at Gulfstream today. And Joel Rosario is going to be there. So you got a lot of top jocks there on the West Coast right now. And solid races. You always have Bob Baffert. So some nice races over there. Bob has an entry here, a 4-1 shot in the 4th race. I still have to handicap that card, but we will be covering Santa Anita. As far as some of the other tracks to keep an eye on, you have now this is a track that flies under the radar, but it has magnificent purses. You want to look at Oaklawn. Keep an eye on Oaklawn. If I get to it, I will be putting some selections out there for that. I cover the tracks that I can cover 100%. So depending on how we're looking, good chance we'll have some Oaklawn selections out there, but it's a premier track. And if you look at some of these purses and these races, especially in the later races, I'm just going down the line here. $130. They have an allowance race, $133,000 purse. Very interesting race. So you want to keep an eye on Oaklawn. And Oaklawn, in a way, reminds me of the Turfway Park of dirt racing, because the payouts there are so tremendous, and you have horses that sneak in there. Some of them that don't really figure, or are very hard to spot. So keep an eye. If you're playing Oaklawn, be careful over at Oaklawn, because that track, although the payouts are huge, the payouts are huge. It's a difficult track to win at. Just look at the payouts at Oaklawn. So keep an eye on that. And of course, Turfway Park, always there. I'll be covering Turfway Park tonight. That is the crown jewel of the racing as far as a challenging track to cover. And the payouts, gigantic. The field size is gigantic. They have 12 entries, a maximum of 12 per race. They have overflows, and some of them they have AEs. And I think the smallest field they present there today is only 10 horses. So we're going to be putting the Turfway Park selections out there tonight. 5:55 p.m. is post time. So be on the lookout for that. And some other tracks of note. We have Aqueduct running today. Aqueduct is running today. They come back after their Christmas hiatus. Tampa Bay comes back with their Rolling Exotics. Watch out for that. We even have some Mahoning today. So pick your track, but watch out for the ones that offer the good opportunities. Those are the tracks that I cover, the ones that are definitely going to be present strong races. For sure, we have Gulfstream, which I'm wrapping up with here, and those selections will be out there pretty soon this morning. And also, Fairgrounds is also running today. They present some good racing, although they only have 8 races today. But they're always strong racing this time of year, and they're building. And then we have night racing, Delta Downs. We have is racing tonight as well. So you have racing, a lot of options today on a Friday. So we'll be getting those selections out there. And Santa Anita, of course, we've looked at that. We've gotten started on that card. So I still have work to do this morning as far as finishing my handicapping for these races to get these selections out there. And they really, when I get them out there, I'll get them out there early, oftentimes, usually before scratches. And then I will make adjustments after the scratches come out if need be. If the scratches affect the race, be it they affect the pace of the race. So it's not always, even if it's just my horses don't get scratched, but another one does here or there, and it affects the pace of the race, I may have to change the finishing order or the top three selections if need be, because the pace makes the race. So we'll have to keep an eye on the scratches. Then I'll put the scratches, the adjusted selections out there after scratches, well before post time. So you get the before post time, the first post. You'll get the selections after the morning scratches. So that's all going to be coming to you soon. So I want to wish everybody a tremendous Friday today. Yes, I want to see if I'm missing something here. I want to wish everyone a great Friday. And Saturday, we have terrific racing on Saturday as well. So be on the lookout for that, the selections. So let's follow up on this big Gulfstream day yesterday, finishing with the last with the $70 winner and the try in the ninth race, and the superfecta in the 10th race, and the pick three. We had the exacta in the 8th. So 8th. We kind of built up there at the end of the day. We started with the exacta in the 8th, right? It looked like a harmless exacta. And then we hit the daily double, which was over 100, and the try in the 9th with the $70 winner. And then we raised the bar and got the superfecta in the 10th, and also the try and double and pick three over 750. The DAT daily double was like 250 something bucks. The 50-cent tries in both the 9th and 10th. So Gulfstream, we're really firing on all cylinders this week so far. And we're looking to keep that up today. And you know what? I believe they have a chance to do it. So stay tuned for those selections that are coming up. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're playing today, ice water in the veins, emotionally calm. You want to be able to make your selections with a clear head. So have a great Friday, everybody. Best of luck and win big. And remember, may the horse always be with you. Have a great day, everybody.